What's up, Jay-Topians? How you doing, my loves? All right, we back again on another video. I realized in the last video I did not introduce these two. I don't have a name for them yet, so I'm gonna have you guys comment in the section in the comment section below what we gonna name them. Let me know what we gonna name them, because they're addition to the whole shebang. So, long story short, I got them from somewhere, and they were cool, so I got them. But that's neither here nor there. All right, I told you that for the month of June, I wanted to make sure that I really hit on LGBTQ plus topics, and just come up with things that kind of intersect bisexuality, mental health, and things like that, or pride and mental health. The channel in general is about mental health and identity. So if you do like this video or see any other videos that you do like, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, when I was coming up with the idea for this video, I was thinking about ways that I can, I guess my first thought was, like, when you think about pride and, like, you know, the things about being a part of the alphabet community, one of the main things, and it kind of ties into my last video about just coming out in general, I realized that a lot of people, that's still a very big fear for people. That's still a very big concern. It can go left or right. And I feel like when it comes to coming out, there's multiple ways that you can probably define coming out. For me, I think when it comes to coming out, it's like this, hey, I need to sit down and talk to you type of moment when it comes to coming out. I think for me personally, I think coming out is like, I think it's kind of like, now with my experience, I feel like coming out is kind of like pointless, especially what I'm seeing in today's age. So I feel like, for one, there's no need for me to come out, because I feel like I get clocked all the time. So when I start to talk, I feel like people are like, oh yeah, and then I got double earrings, that's a dead giveaway. Like, there are telltale signs. So I always felt like, especially at the last, and if you haven't seen the last video, go check it out. It's about basically how I came out and I was met with a Bible thumper. I came out to a Bible thumper. And so with that, I kind of, coming out left like a pretty poor taste in my mouth, as far as like the whole premise of, hey, let's sit down and talk, and I need to tell you something, and all of that. For me, I just feel like there's no point in it because people clock me. I also, I've realized that I don't have to. And I know that was a long pause, but like, I just realized that I don't have to do that. We all in the alphabet community do not have to do that. The straights don't do it. So why do I have to? And like, I realized, even in my mental health journey, I realized that I personally do a lot of over-explaining. And I talked about this in a previous video, like performing and things like that. And I feel like those things are in direct correlation with each other. Coming out is one of those things where you are almost like seeking approval, or even like having to make this grandiose gesture of like, hey guys, this is who I am, when you don't necessarily have to. And then you'll get to a certain age where you just like, I'm too grown to be doing all of that. Once all the people that I needed to know personally knew, I just kind of gave up. I'll tell someone, yeah, I'm bisexual. if they ask me, because a lot of times I'm pretty sure people just assume that I'm gay, which I let that assumption be a thing too, because it's like there's nothing wrong with being gay either. So I'm like, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. But ultimately, yes, I am bisexual. Like, if you ask me, I'm going to say yes, I'm bisexual. But if you don't ask me, I'm not telling you, because what's the point? First of all, you probably already made whatever assumption about me anyway. So what's the point of me even saying, hey guys, y'all know I'm bisexual? That's just too much. That's not a thing. It doesn't need to be a thing. And as you navigate through, finding your identity and figuring out who you are, you'll realize, like, once all the people that you want to know, everybody else just don't matter. Like, you'll realize that, like, nobody else really matters, and like, who gives a fuck what anybody else gets to thinking. Like, it's not, like, to the point where if I didn't tell you and you didn't ask, you're just gonna be living with that assumption, and it's not any of my business, not any of your business to like dictate what you believe. Well, it's your business. It's none of my business to convince you, to try to tell you, like, even as a bisexual man, it's like, I don't have to explain that I like women. Just because you see me with a bunch of men, or just because I talk or act a certain way, it doesn't negate the fact that I do like women. Like, it can't. It's almost like I can't negate that I like niggas. Like, you can't negate the two. And yeah, for me, one is stronger than the other. Okay, cool. But like, I'm still attracted to women. And if you are asking me, I'm going to tell you. But if you're not going to ask, or if you're not going to at least try to confirm or like understand me, then I'm not going to tell you that. And I feel like I shouldn't have to. But what I've learned, it's not everybody's business. It's just truly not anybody's business of what you do in your home, in your bedroom, hell, in public. But that's not here nor there. But yeah, like, you don't have to. You decide who you want to tell. You choose who you want. And even if you choose not to tell someone, that's your prerogative and that's your choice. You don't have to. You don't owe anybody anything. That's your mama. That's your daddy. Now, I think personally, if I had to like give some advice, it would be like, if you want to come out, come out. If you want to tell certain people, if you want to tell, because the first person I told was my brother. I knew that no matter what, my brother was going to be cool with it. So I felt comfortable enough to doing that. It took a minute, but I did feel comfortable enough to at least telling him first. And I would say, like, if you, like I said, if you want to, do it. And if you don't, if you truly feel like it's nobody's business, or if you truly feel like, oh, I don't think that's going to go well, then don't. There's going to be a certain age, because even if you're 18 or if you're 19, 20, trying to find your way, or even if you're like in middle, the reason why I try to not give like advice, or like, I'm not going to give coming out advice to anyone younger, because I'm going to tell y'all a little secret, cousin. Me working with youth, and if you work with youth, comment in the comments below and just like confirm or deny this. Them kids nowadays do not care about someone's sexuality. Like, it literally, like, they'll ask like, oh, or they, not even about your sexuality. It would be, because I've gotten some like random ass questions like, are you a guy or a girl? And I'm just like, okay, you're stupid. But no, like, there's a moment where I learned where like kids in like elementary and in the younger generations, they don't care. They don't care. To be honest, in elementary school, they are really being secure with who they are early on. And I love that for them, and I love that for the parents. of them, because you're allowing them to be and express themselves. And I feel like moving forward, generations are going to be okay, because I'm learning, working with children, homophobia is not a thing. Not for real. Just like drinking is not a thing, but we'll talk about that another day. I didn't know drinking was like a heinous crime now. That's like worse than smoking, apparently. Smoking vapes and shit. I'm like, whoa. But regardless, yeah, like nowadays, no one really even care. There's this quote, and I'm gonna leave it at that. There's this quote, and I always loved this since the first day I heard it, and that was like in adolescence. It's by Dr. Seuss. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. And if that, like if you sit with that and really think about it, it's like, damn, that's so true. Because if you have a person in your life that's like, you know, I don't like how you are. I don't like that you, let's use this example. I don't like the fact that you're gay, or I don't like the fact that you're bisexual. Well, that person is not supposed to be meant in your life. This is who you are. You are who you are. You are what you are. There's no changing it. It's just, it is what it is. So if another person is saying they don't like it, or they don't agree with it, or they feel some type of way about it, they're not your people. They are not your people. And this is why, and as you navigate through, you'll kind of learn like selective family. You'll understand, I get to select who is in my circle and who is not in my circle. I get to dictate who I hang around with. I get to dictate, you know, who I want to tell that I'm gay to. You know what I mean? Like it's really just that simple. And I think that the whole grandiose, I came out, now I'm out and bold, I think that's going to be eventually a thing in the past, which we love that. We adore that. But I think as we navigate, more and more generations are just going to be like, who gives a fuck? You don't have to announce that, which is really good, because it'll give more people comfortability of being who they are. It sucks because a lot of people, trust me, I know, they won't get that luxury, and so they're going to die in the closet. But at least I have hope for the future. And if I do decide to have children or want children, I know that they will be okay to be who they are. For your pride, don't hide. But yeah, that's just my advice as far as coming out goes. And like you, again, like as far as the mental health aspect go, you realize you don't have to over-explain yourself, and you don't have to conform to everybody else because they want to know what you do in the bedroom. And if anybody is curious or wants to know so bad how you get down, you don't have to tell them if you don't want to. And if you want to tell them, tell them. But keep your motherfucking head high and let them know, yeah, this is who I am. Like, if you got a problem with it, you don't have to be around me, bro. And that's so, like, crazy to think about, because you really don't have to be around people that don't fuck with you. I mean, that's not crazy to think about, but you know what I mean. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. I've been seeing more and more comments, so that really helps. That really puts a smile on my face. Yeah, and I will see you in the next video, cousin.
I know that's right.